Welcome to the North Texas Community Difference-Denton, powered by the Difference Media LLC and 2940 The Difference Radio. The voice of small businesses and the communities they serve. Today's show is hosted by Matt Kern, entrepreneur and founder of Denton Does It, and co-host by Beth Caudill, realtor with eXp Realty, and Chance Post with Total Care. The North Texas Community Difference series was created to serve as a platform for local leaders and business professionals to showcase their expertise, values, and commitment to their community. Overall, the podcast aims to create a stronger sense of community in North Texas by highlighting the often overlooked or unnoticed good work being done by local leaders, businesses, and professionals. So sit back and relax as our host, co-host, and their guests share thoughts and insights about being a professional and the opportunities for our businesses to serve our communities in a very special way. Because the North Texas Community Difference-Denton
starts now.
Well, good morning. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Thank you guys for being on today. We've got a heck of a show today. I'm calling this show Wellness Tuesday, okay? Because of our guests that we have on today and our new co-host that I'm excited to announce today is all about wellness and wholeness today and taking care of ourselves. So that's what we're going to talk about today. My name is Matt Kern. I'm your show host. I'm a local guy here in the Denton area. That's why we have the Denton chapter. And this platform and podcast is here to be able to showcase local business people and leaders who are making a difference in the community. And so we've got a great team of people on today that definitely fit that topic today too. So we do have a monthly topic we talk about on every month and with every show. And so we'll dive into that today. We're going to bring our co-host on today. And, I've only been into this podcasting. Well, it's been several months because I was on another PodConnect, a sister part of our Community Difference program. And so I've been hanging out with the guys a lot in Collin County and learning from them, learning from the best. But we saw that the need was to have, a Denton chapter to be able to get a reach out through social media so other people could learn about what's going on in Denton and meet those people who are doing it. I went to a networking meeting this morning, so shout out to Aaron Benedict and the whole team over there at Point Bank. And what a blessing we can all go to over there at Zara Coffee in Denton on McKinney Street. And they have a third Tuesday networking breakfast there. And there's usually always a speaker. And today's speaker was Matt Hoover. Shout out to Matt and his business. This guy will help you with your brand and help you communicate what you're trying to do in your business and make improvements. So if you want somebody to help optimize your business and your brand and your taglines and everything, he's got it. He brought up a subject today about chocolate chip cookies, and I won't go into that, but I was just thinking, I have an abundant amount of chocolate chip cookies at my office at Freedom Title, and I'm willing to make them at any time. And if I have to take one for the team, I will. But I would be happy to cook up a batch of hot chocolate chip cookies and have a coffee and cookie with you at any time you'd like to come by. So that's a free invitation. Let's see. I think that's because of the amount of time today, we should go ahead and get to our co-host today. So, my partner in crime, Beth Caudill, is on with me today. She's always part of our co-hosting. She's with eXp Realty. Beth, come on in here. And hey, you look wonderful.
Hi.
And refreshed.
Thank you. I look tan.
Oh, super tan, right? Like you've been to the ocean.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah.
Good
vacay
weird.
time.
Weird.
Right. Well,
That's
summertime is the
Always.
time for vacationing, right?
Right.
But you
refresh,
know what?
recoup.
Those little boys are not little boys anymore, right? And you don't have babies at home to go to
I
school,
know. They're
right?
bigger than me. They're taller than
Seriously,
me.
right? How do you feed that crew sometimes? Got
Mm-hmm.
to call in the cavalry, right?
Yep.
On that too.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
I've got one girl left at home. If anybody needs a 14-year-old, she knows everything. She's wonderful, but
Smart
she's
like that.
she's a lot. You know how you women are, how you girls are. So anyway, so what have you been doing, Beth?
Well, I am on vacation technically today, but I came on the show. We're in lovely Destin, Florida. So we get
Nice.
the nice white beaches and green waters, and it's beautiful and clear and lovely.
Yeah.
But I wanted to come on and talk about how awesome we are and, the great things that are going on in Denton. And,
hmm Do you
but
wake up?
today I'm super excited about
Yeah.
our
Do you wake up
people.
every morning and thank the Lord for the team that you have and how blessed you are?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You have
Right.
to have people that are there that can help you,
Yeah.
and build that trust with people to be able to, everybody go do things and have adventures and live life.
Live life for sure, right? And live it in a
Mhm.
wholeness fashion too, right? Here's the
Yeah.
thing. If we don't have our health, we really don't have anything because you're not any good to yourself or anybody else if you're not healthy and strong. And we
Yeah.
have to do that, especially as we get older. I mean, one day you're going to get there and, not now, not for the next, 20 or 30 years, but I'm just saying is, for myself and others, as we do get older, you've got to do more things and you've got to be consistently taking care of yourself, mind, body, soul, all of that. So that's why I'm calling this Wellness Tuesday, because the group that we have on with us today is definitely all about that. So, speaking of that, let's bring on our new co-host and sponsor, Chance Post. Ooh, Chance.
Hey
Yay.
guys, I'm so
Thank you.
glad to be here. I'm so excited. This is awesome.
Hey, brother. I mean, isn't it weird how you keep moving forward, and you think about when I started thinking of this idea, when I started getting to this place where I wanted to podcast, and then all of a sudden it just happens like that.
I mean, it's almost like an overnight. I had been thinking about it, and I didn't really want to run the back office and all the behind the scenes stuff, and just wanted to get on and make a difference because I do like making a difference in the community. And so this was just like the perfect way to get going. I'm so
Yeah.
glad to be here with you guys. So, like, I've got a lot of
Yay.
cool stuff in Denton. I live in Denton, and it's just a great town. It's a great place. So I'm
Well,
excited.
okay. So let everybody know, who is Chance Post and what is Total Care?
So Total Care is a freestanding emergency room right on Teasley Lane and Wind River. So it's a true ER. So it's open 24/7, 365. They've got everything you need if you get in an accident. Hopefully you don't get in an accident. And so they're always there for you. You can get in with no wait. So that's the best thing about going to a freestanding emergency room versus the hospital. I am the director of marketing for Total Care. So we've got 9 locations around DFW, but I live in Lantana. And so Denton County's my home. My kids go to school in Denton. So
Right.
that's kind of why I wanted to be on this podcast. And
Yeah.
I
And
also,
y'all been
plugging myself
networking here since you opened,
Yeah.
right?
It's almost 3 years now.
Yeah. And being involved, in that too. Do you see in y'all's business too, how is getting employees, is it
Oh,
hard for you
yeah.
guys
I mean,
to
it's tough.
prospect and find top people?
We can't find, it's very difficult to find, we have, we don't have just doctors, but we've got nurses. We have a radiology techs that do the x-rays, all the imaging, and it's very tough to find them. We have
It is.
people working extra shifts to cover, and we've got a whole team of people that just do recruiting.
Yeah. Yeah. And are y'all only in Texas?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just
And they
family
do,
owned.
I mean, they do great networking too. Like
Yeah.
that's different. That's what stands out to me with them than these other places because they are doing networking events
Right.
that
Mhm.
brings in the community and helps them with, whatever it is they're doing. Like we did one, like my team and I did one up at y'all's parking lot when it was ridiculously hot, like 5 weeks ago, maybe.
Right. Right.
So we got to get out and meet people and because it was a free event for the public,
Right.
Mhm.
and then they could come and learn all about the different groups that were there.
Right. I mean,
With the
we love to be
networking.
out in the community, just getting our name out and then really just connecting local businesses together to help them because obviously, we don't want you to have an emergency, but we do a lot of just doing stuff out in the community, helping people, helping local nonprofits. And we've also got a networking event this afternoon at the Dive at 4 p.m. So
Oh yeah.
come out and total networking there. That's a Total Care sponsored event. So you can come out and meet me in person.
Now y'all do that monthly?
Yeah.
You
It's
do?
always whatever
Okay.
the third Tuesday or whatever's today.
Mhm.
Yeah. Third Tuesday of the month.
Do y'all try to have that at the same place most
It's
of the time, or do you?
yeah, it
do you
rotates
try to
around now. We're gonna be at the
rotate?
Dive for a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. And that's right down there on off of Wind
Unicorn
River
Lake.
and
Right. Yeah.
Unicorn Lake.
Unicorn Lake.
Yeah.
Unicorn
By the
Lake
lake.
right there. Yeah. Right by
Mhm.
the little
Yeah.
lake there.
Right. You can see unicorns in the lake.
Absolutely.
Right.
They're
What is
swimming
the
around
building?
in that water.
What's the building going up next to that? Is that apartments or something that's
I
going
think
up
so.
next to the Dive? Do
Yeah.
you know, Beth?
There's a lot of construction going on over there.
You don't.
I mean,
I
obviously,
should know that. I'll
yeah.
get that answer for you by
We
next
think the
week.
president of the association would know something going
You
on
would.
local in our Denton area,
Right. You would,
right?
I agree.
Yeah.
I'll get
Real
that
estate
answer for
related,
you by next week.
right? Let's get the other team on there. Let's go. Come on. All right.
Mhm.
So, well, that's exciting. So, as far as like insurance and that kind of thing, are y'all cash? Are y'all insurance? Are y'all will take anything, do a trade in, bring in
So
your goat? What do you
we
do?
have very competitive cash pay rates. We take commercial insurance, and
Okay.
we also are now taking workers' comp.
Okay.
So, the workers' comp is nice because you're not going to sit all day at a Concentra or whatever waiting to get in. You'll get right in and get right out. And so,
Yeah,
that's one of the new things I'm promoting is the
it
whole
kind of seems unheard of that you get to be seen as you come in and you don't have to wait.
right. And that's really the people get really spoiled because now healthcare, it's tough to get to. It's just tough to get into your primary care. It's tough to get into a specialist.
Yeah.
You've got so much waiting. So we kind of take the wait away.
I think that, and I'm sure y'all have statistics to this, but I would imagine that probably stops a lot of people from getting the care that they need right away. They
Yeah,
just
I
put
don't
it
know
off,
I don't know what the
right?
numbers are, but you see people that would be lining up at the hospital to get in, and they'll, if it's not life threatening, they will usually get frustrated and end up leaving.
Yeah, and that's not good. Well, especially if you've been there 2 or 3 hours. I remember
Yeah.
one time I was working in Addison, and I cut my thumb wide open with a box cutter, and it had to have stitches, so it was good enough. So I was spraying,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I sat in that emergency room in Louisville, in Addison on Beltline for probably an hour. I had it wrapped up, and so it had quit bleeding by then. But it was swollen and hurting, and they were like, "It's not life threatening. We'll get to you when we can."
Right.
And it just sucked,
Yeah.
because I was like, "No, it's important to me. I want to get
Right.
this wrapped up, and either I'm going back to work or you're sending me home. But I don't want to stay here with all these other people."
Yeah, and I mean, I hear that all the time, and that's probably the best. I had the same kind of thing. I was leaving for my vacation last year, and I cut myself, and I went in and got stitches. I was home in about 50 minutes. I'm 10 minutes from the ER, and I got there, got in right away. They didn't know who I was because it was in the middle of the night, and I got patched up, and I was home within an hour. So it
You
was
were
just
using
amazing.
your stage name?
Well, I was screaming. I was, same thing, blood squirting. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Hey, I work here. And they're like, sir, we need to see your insurance.
It doesn't matter,
Right,
right?
doesn't matter.
Yeah, we got a process. Don't be trying to jump through the
Right.
process,
No,
right?
no special
Yeah.
favors.
Yeah, don't flip out your badge on us, mister. Huh? Yeah. So, how did you get into the total care business? What were you doing that got you there?
Well, I was a marketing consultant and helping businesses launch, and I've been doing that for a few years. Worked at Venture X, and we
Oh, yeah, yeah.
did some stuff with ER Near Me and just doing their marketing before they hired sales rep was when helped businesses open, grand opening, that sort of thing.
Okay.
And then my one of my partners met these guys, and it's a Christian-based company, and he said, "You got to meet him. You got to meet him," and kind of recruited me over. And now it's been almost 3 years, but it's been one of the best companies I've worked for as far as the leadership training and leadership development. So they do a great job.
You know, you bringing that up, I think that's one of the best type of referrals to have is person-to-person referral from somebody that you know to somebody that thinks you might fit that requirement, and that they
Right.
already know you. So it's building a know, like, and trust right off the bat.
And kind of ties into our topic for today too.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, yeah. But I think that I've earned my jobs or being recruited because of people gave me a good referral to, or like, hey, you need to call these people. They could use you, kind of thing too.
Right.
Yeah. Well, guess what? It's already time for us to take a break. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back and bring our guest in. I'm excited.
Awesome.
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible.
Texas Edge Insurance. We're more than just an insurance company. We're your partners in protection. We understand that every person and every business is unique. That's why we don't believe in a one-size-fits-all approach to insurance. We work with you to create a customized insurance plan that meets your specific needs. And we're always here to help you, no matter what. We offer a wide range of insurance products. We also work with over 30 insurance companies to find you the best possible coverage. So what are you waiting for? Contact Texas Edge Insurance today. Visit our website or give us a call at 817-406-2929 to get a free quote today. Introducing Bankroll Media, a digital marketing partner designed to take your business to the next level. At Bankroll Media, we are a team of creative and innovative marketers that works with mortgage loan officers, realtors, many e-commerce businesses, and much more. At Bankroll Media, we're different because you're different. We get it, and that's why we're here. We're not your typical marketing agency. We don't believe in cookie-cutter solutions or one-size-fits-all approaches. We believe in building relationships with our clients and understanding their unique needs. We want to understand your business inside and out so that we can create marketing campaigns that are tailored to your specific needs. From social media management, lead generation, web design to content creation and SEO, even email marketing. Bankroll Media can do it all. Bankroll Media, building presence, connecting ideas.
And now back to the show.
All right. Well, welcome back, everybody. So we have a great setup guest lineup today on our Wellness Tuesday. We've just introduced Chance Post with Total Care. Chance is now one of our co-hosts and also a sponsor of the Denton chapter. So thank you, Chance. We appreciate that support. And by the way, if you would like to be a guest on our show, we have it every Tuesday from 11:30 to 12:30. Please get with any of us here, and we'd be happy to discuss that and get you on a calendar date for that and get you on. If you would like to be a sponsor of this show, we do need sponsors. You can't do this show for free, and even though we can show up and look pretty, there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that our editor, producer, and father of the show, Lyndon Wilson, takes care of. So thanks, Lyndon, for taking care of all that for us so we can do this front end part of it. And so if you would like to be a co-host or sponsor of the show, we can share that Media Kit platform with you, just like we've all done ourselves. And jump on and be a part of this, that you can bring on your guest and you can showcase them. I think, what Lyndon told me one time is what a great idea of being able to meet somebody knowing that they're making a difference in their community and go, hey, by the way, or when they ask you, hey, what do you do? And then you tell them, well, I do podcasting. And they're like, what? And I was like, yeah, I think you would be a great guest to be on. What a great way to be able to help somebody in their business and let them get their message out, because it's not just getting out in our local community here, but it's getting it out on the social media networks like LinkedIn and YouTube and Facebook and our radio station and other things, and that people can listen to it at any time they want to or not, right? You make the choice, but you can replay it over and over again because you want to hear our voices, right? And so I like that part of it because we're recording time and we're able to hold that topic in and let other people share it and listen to it. So if you're watching today, you're friends of ours, you do networking with us here in the Denton area, please leave a comment below and share with us and share with your friends, because we'd love to hear from you and we'd love to have your shout out. Tell us who you are and what kind of business you're in. By the way, there has been over 4 million viewers and listeners in 4 years on this platform. So the community difference is making a difference in that. And it's funny how we bring up that word again, the difference. Before we bring our guest on, I do have a segment every show called What's Up Denton. And so we're going to talk about a few things that are coming on. Let's see. So this week, you know what this week starts, Beth?
North Texas State Fair and Rodeo.
Yes. So the North Texas Fair and Rodeo starts this Friday. You know who's on Friday night? Aaron Watson.
Oh, nice.
And you know who's on Saturday night?
Who's on?
Scotty McCready.
Oh,
you remember the dude from
wasn't he American Idol?
American Idol?
Yeah.
Yep. He's on Saturday night. Listen, I'm going to tell you, this whole music lineup that they have at North Texas Fair and Rodeo, which is going on for 2 weeks, is really good. So get out there, look on their website, get your tickets, and show up, because the bull riding alone is worth to go see out there too. And there's a lot of great vendors, a lot of good food, and a lot of great networking out there too on that. And so this Saturday, so that starts this Friday. This Saturday morning, they always have the parade for the North Texas Fair and Rodeo around the Denton Square. So you're going to see cowboys, cowgirls, horses, all kinds of floats, you name it, will show up. There might even be aliens. You never know what's going to show up there. But go check that out. I think it starts at 9 o'clock, in the morning or somewhere around that. Also, a couple other things. Arts and Autos are going to be starting in, September 9th on the Denton Square. I know that last year what I'd heard from people that they were going to have to spread out the barriers a little further down the other blocks because they had so many cars. I think they had over 350 entrants last year for cars and motorcycles and things. So September 9th, 9 a.m. it starts on the Denton Square. Go check that out. And then a couple of shout outs. One, I want to shout out to Cartwright's on the square and LSA on the square. If you've never ate there before, go grab that. LSA's got some great hamburgers. Also, they have this vegetable super plate. It's just one of the best things I love. The mushrooms on there taste like steak. I'm not kidding. And I'm not really that kind of a guy, but I'm just saying it. They're great. Cartwright's has got one of the biggest chicken fried steak you'll ever have. And the gravy is good, right? And then also
LSA's got that great view upstairs.
Oh my gosh, they do. You can go up there and they have live music too. And also I want to shout out to Pat Smith and Serve Denton. If you want to find a good support a group who helps out a lot of underprivileged and people who really need help, Serve Denton is like a big umbrella of a lot of other charities that work under there that help our local community. So shout out to Serve Denton and all the group there. Okay. All right. Anything else? Anybody else got a shout out?
No, I had a great time this past week. doing the ribbon cutting for Salon Bloom.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of great ambassadors that came out for that. If you guys need, well, they specialize in balayage. So the girls all know what that is, but the guys don't.
None of us guys know
So,
what that is.
but they are, Maribel is the owner there, and she's great. And she's got 10 independent salon owners in there that work in that building and help, and they just do great things. And it was really fun doing their ribbon cutting. They were celebrating their 1-year anniversary. So
Yeah, that shop is awesome, isn't it?
yeah, it was really, really cool.
And the air conditioner works really good in there too. I bet they have a good time because we packed that place in there and it was still nice and cool.
Well, she was so fun. She was like, I got there just like 10 minutes early, maybe.
Yeah.
And she's like, sit down in my chair. Let me do your hair. She
Did she?
Yeah, she wanted to make my hair all straight and stuff, like really, really straight. So it was awesome. I loved it.
You got lucky because I went in and they looked at me like, we can't help you.
They're like, there's nothing.
Nothing.
Help
We could
for you,
shine it up a
mister.
little bit, but that'd be about it. They were looking for their buffer pads.
Yeah, little gloss. Add the gloss.
Yeah, just a glazed
Yeah, but that
look.
was really
Like
fun.
glazed
So
look.
if anybody's looking for a hairstylist, that's a great place to
Yeah,
go.
didn't they say they have 10 stylists there?
Yeah, yeah.
And they do
10.
barber too?
Mm-hmm. They'll
Yeah.
do everything.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
look like they have a good time. in
Yeah,
there. I
and
bet they-
Miguel is her husband. He also has a barber shop. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Mhm.
Okay, are you two ready to bring our guest on today?
We're ready.
Do it.
Okay, well, let's bring ladies first. So our first guest is Carrie Zala. She's with Sozo Wellness. She is a force to be reckoned with. And talk about wholeness and wellness. This lady is the example of that. I've been to her before. She has shared her philosophy with me before. We've done a ribbon cutting with her. Was it this year? Other
Yeah.
updated
Yeah, I think it was
location,
earlier
right?
this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
earlier this year. We had a great time. I've gone to her for massage, and it was wonderful, let me tell you. And her team, she's going to tell you about, and what she does is great. So, Carrie, come on in.
Hello.
Hey, hi.
Hey, everyone.
Welcome.
What
Thank
hap-
you. It's good to be here.
What happened to your glasses?
Happy to
Well,
have
they're
you.
right here.
Oh, I see.
Did I get
Okay.
smarter?
She's trying not to
Now, yeah. All right. Yeah, I know what she was doing. I just called her out on it, didn't I? Look, you got a nice background. You've got a mirror too, kind of like Beth has, but you've got a
Yeah.
plant and you've got all kinds of product behind you too. Yeah,
I do.
that's nice.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So
Carrie- Carrie's
ahead.
been a massage therapist in the Denton area for 33 years. I couldn't believe
Wow.
that.
She
That's
doesn't.
incredible.
She doesn't look that like she could be old enough to do that,
Hey,
right?
I
Right?
started when I was 5.
5.
Awesome.
Okay. You notice how us guys never talk about that, and we're like, we don't care. It doesn't matter. But now, once you get past 35 or 40, so what,
Yeah.
right? But
I
we
just- I
always
just-
call the women out to be younger.
Yeah, no, I just turned 56 and I'm very proud of it. I don't mind it at all.
You look great. Seriously,
Thank
you
you.
really do. And you
Thank you.
have you might have an old soul. That's how we connect, but you
Agreed.
definitely are spry.
Thank you.
Yep. And
Passionate.
you do want
Cry. You
passionate.
cry,
And she does a
Carrie.
wonderful
Passionate.
job.
Ah,
too. A wonderful job. Let me tell
thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I enjoyed my
Appreciate
last
that.
one on there. too.
So, fun story about Carrie. Like I go to Carrie as well, and I call her my spirit guru. Like,
Oh yeah.
all things, yes, absolutely. She is a great person to know, a great advocate for wellness, and if you guys don't know her, you should, because it'll change your life.
Okay. So
Sweet.
we got to take a break. When we come back, Carrie's going to talk about who she is, what she's about, and then we're going to bring on our next guest right after Carrie. So we'll be back in just a second.
The North Texas Community Difference-Denton is made possible in part by Beth Caudill and the Make the Move team with eXp Realty.
Your trusted partners in Denton County, Texas, for all your real estate needs. We understand the local market and pride ourselves on delivering personalized service, backed by cutting-edge technology. Experience the difference with Make the Move team, and by Matt Kern with Denton Does It. A network of discovery. Effective networking involves active listening, genuine interest in others' work, and a willingness to offer support and resources. Investing time in others will create valuable connections that propel careers and unlock endless possibilities. You can find links to our sponsors in the comments and descriptions, as well as on our website www.thedifferenceradio.com. If you or someone you know in the Denton area would like to sponsor or learn more about co-hosting the North Texas Community Difference Denton, please reach out to Matt Kern at matthewdoesit@yahoo.com. And now back to our show.
All right, we're back. We're back with Carrie and Chance and Beth. So, Carrie, tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got in the business, and what you do now.
All right. So as Beth shared, I have been a massage therapist for 33 years now. I've been in Denton since the early 90s. I pursued, well, let me say it this way. I went to massage school for other purposes other than to be a massage therapist. It was something that I actually did to heal some childhood trauma that I had experienced, physical and sexual abuse as a child. And so in my recovery, if you will, I wanted to really understand safe touch. And so for me, I decided I'm kind of I'm tactile, obviously. And so I went to massage school just to heal some stuff. And then when I was in it is when I found my passion with it and what I feel is part of my calling today, in the bodywork part of what I do as a massage therapist.
What were you doing before that? What?
I was in corporate America. I thought I was going to be the CEO of some Fortune 500 company and run the world at one point.
You probably needed recovery from that, from corporate business, right?
I was managing a restaurant in downtown Dallas.
Oh, for sure you need recovery from that.
Oh, no. Yeah. And I was pulling 18-hour days and it was hard on the body. And that was also part of my pursuit of what does it mean to be well, coming off of my story and, just working hard to overcome it. And then just digging in on what does it mean to be well? And for me, my business is Sozo Wellness, and Sozo is a Greek word that means to make whole in mind, body, soul, and spirit. And so for me, I became passionate and I couldn't get enough information as far as how the brain body works, how the mind works, how the heart works, how we heal, how the body cellularly stores information. And so then I just started wanting to understand all the operations of the body, if you will, from our nervous system and how much the autonomic nervous system controls the rest of the body.
Right.
And so for me here at Sozo, we've got a full team of providers, as we call ourselves, with an acupuncturist. She's a master level acupuncturist. We have a reflexologist. We have a lymphatic specialist who also specializes in nervous system regulation. And we have a counselor as well. So it's really about just tapping into all parts and the nutritional part too. That's a huge play, the gut health too. Yeah. So, when I started just digging in a little bit, I lost my mind with it.
Yeah, I bet you did. Right. It went deep, didn't it?
It's endless, yes. Being healthy and being well. And it's so many parts of what it takes for us to get there. Yeah. Right.
Well, especially for us, anybody who's working in any kind of corporate America, or working for somebody else or working for yourself or being in some types of businesses, it's crazy out there. By the way, guys, people are crazy out there. We're all sane, but the rest of them might be a little crazy. I'm just saying. And it takes a lot out of you because there's energy zappers will suck the life right out of you.
Yeah. Well, society, to me, with all the data and all the information and the overload, we're all running more in our sympathetic versus our parasympathetic. And that's that's where it's at. And when we're in our fight or flight, that sympathetic part of our body, the body changes its chemistry plan, and we start dumping the cortisol and the dopamines and all the things that make us like high and low, and in that sympathetic, also the way the nervous system, it controls the digestion, and our gut changes. And so really for me and the team at Wellness, I mean at Sozo Wellness, it's about how do we creating a safe space for people to come in and really experience what does it mean to be calm and be still. And so many humans don't know they cannot be still. It gives them anxiousness and anxiety. And we cannot heal if we're running full throttle all the time. Our bodies are not meant to be in 5 gears.
No,
all the
you've
time.
got to have time rest is really a real important
vital.
factor in our life, because if you don't, you'll run your body down, and then you have to deal with that sickness.
Well, you
So
do.
when you-
And go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, when you say get in your body and be still and, listen, like tell me like a little bit more, like how would I know if I was doing that?
How do you know that you're in the parasympathetic and the calm?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, peace. You're going to feel peace in your body. You're going to notice a calming in your neck and shoulders. You're going to notice a calming in your jaw. You're going to notice a calming in your gut, in your belly, tension in your hips. And the only way we can we have to pursue that state. We can't, it just doesn't happen. We don't get in the car and all of a sudden feel peaceful. I mean, people are driving like crazy. It's with the way that the nervous system works. And so it's about creating space to calm the body, whether you can do it in your home, you can listen to guided meditations, you can listen to calming music. There's various ways to get your body into that state. And most people, breathing is another big thing. Box breathing is a simple thing you can go to. You can go to YouTube and look up box breathing. But there's different ways to calm the body, but if we're in tune with our body, we're going to know when that throttle is happening. We're going to feel that tension in our body,
Right.
and that's when we're irritable and we're, screaming and yelling and nervous and anxious and not sleeping. And, so.
Well, sometimes you got to have a coach, and sometimes you got to have somebody to feel out those things and give you advice and tell you, hey, you should be eating this and you should not be eating that. And you should be taking care of your body, and you should be exercising. So with all that said, I want to bring in Coach Jake. There he is.
Hey,
Jake
guys, thanks for having me.
Mays. Hey,
Hey,
buddy.
Jake.
It's good to see you.
Thank you, guys.
So you've been listening to what we've been talking about. So
Mhm.
I'm dying to hear first your opinion of that, and then we want to hear a little bit about what you've been doing and what you're up to.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I think wellness is something that is come to light a lot as of late, which is awesome, because for years and years and years, so specifically, I work with a lot of busy professionals who, kind of like she was saying before, work 18-hour days and run themselves into the ground and don't take care of themselves. And then they end up in this point where they save all this money or they make all this money. And then when they retire at whatever age it is, 50, 55, 60, 65, they're in such bad health that they're only looking to live 10 to 15 more years anyway, which is, or less, which is terrible. I mean, people nowadays have heart attacks at 40, 35. I mean, like it's really awful what's happening with that. And I think a lot of times it stems from the fact that the idea of wellness seems like too much. Like it seems like it takes too much time. It's too complicated. And so that's kind of where like something what I do comes in, where I try to simplify what that looks like. It doesn't have to take 5+ hours a week at the gym. It doesn't have to take 5+ hours a day of food prep. It just needs to be, hey, these are the bottom lines. These are what are going to get us the most bang for our buck now. It may not be optimal. It may not be the best thing you can do, but it's something to get us headed in the right direction so that we can live longer and live a higher quality of life.
Yeah, you're right. Consistency. That's what you taught me to be, is consistency. I met Jake, I think around the last year sometime, towards the end of the around holiday season. But anyway, I hired Jake at the first of the year because one of my goals set was to have a nutritionist coach, a strength coach to help me start my year out on the right side. Even though I was already going to the gym a few times a week and trying to take care of myself in whatever way, I needed that extra to start the year out in the right way, right? And so that's one of the things that I learned from you, bro, is being consistent on a daily basis. Is you're going to put your most effort, your most time in that first, so many days, so many weeks, until you start feeling that out and getting that method and that process put together. And then all it is managing it, and staying consistent.
Well, and I tell people all the time, if it's not sustainable, you probably shouldn't do it. Like, because there are tons of diets that work for people, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like, I don't care what you do. Like, if you do keto or intermittent fasting or Whole30, or you're a vegan or whatever, like there's diets can work for everybody. But at the end of the day, like, if you love meat, you probably shouldn't be a vegan. And like if you love carbs, like if you love carbohydrates, bread, right, like, you probably shouldn't do keto. Like, we should probably just find a way to make this work to where you can reach your goals without having to give up all the things you love. Because the whole point is to eventually just do it. Like, not think about doing it, not think about being a healthier person. You just are. You just are a healthier person.
It's all about consistency, right? That's what I've always heard is just keep doing it. Like, don't go do it one time and go, oh, yay, I got on the treadmill and ran 5 miles and never go back.
Well, and also don't do it one time and then it sucked and then stop, because everyone sucks the first time. Like, I'm sure the first podcast y'all did sucked. I'm sure the first workout you did sucked. I'm sure the first whatever day of dieting sucked. But eventually you're better at it. You get better every time, and then eventually you can't even remember why you weren't very good at it.
Well, I think we start to trust in the process, but we also get confident within ourselves that we're actually seeing results. And that's what people want to see is results.
Do you think, one thing I noticed is if you can start, the tiny habits where you can start getting, once you start feeling better, then it becomes, you start actually liking going to the gym, you start liking the workout. But the key I think is you got to get started. And 2, you don't want to make it so miserable that you won't ever go back. You'll go kill yourself at a boot camp or something, and then
that's true.
I literally just started today with somebody who, we're going to meet 30 minutes twice a week, and we're starting out as simple as possible, and it's the first day, first workout.
Baby steps.
Baby steps, yeah, exactly.
Baby steps, it's baby steps.
You could destroy her, and and she can't move for a few days, and my ego will be stroked and feel really, really good about that. I know the hardest workouts that anybody can do, and ultimately she won't want to come back, and she'll be worse off for it.
That's true, and they're not going to want to come back ever. They're like, that was too much, and it wasn't just you; it was what they went through after the fact, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's like I mean, if it hurts, it shouldn't hurt that long. But I told myself like a couple of years ago, I would rather get up and be sore from working out than I get up from sitting on the couch.
And be sore from not moving at all.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah. I have that conversation too with clients. And that is, they say they're so uncomfortable, and what Jake does, I'm like, you've got to get your nutrition right, and you've got to get to move in your body, but baby step it. And as Jake said, it's how do you find what works for them? If you like to be outdoors when it's not too hot, let's find something that you enjoy and you're passionate about. But the body will eventually start craving, I find personally, start craving with each baby step a little bit more of it and the consistency of it.
Yeah. Don't you have a sauna in your office?
I've got the infrared sauna.
Sauna, right?
Yeah, that's to help detox, like myotoxicities, environmentals, and things like that. Mm-hmm.
Do you get in it every day?
Well, not every day, but I try. I try to get
Once
all
a
Joe
week?
Rogan on it, but I think I've gotten it up to 160 degrees for me, and I managed 27 minutes. But Yeah, it's pretty cool though.
Have you heard the
Wow.
stats on that on the sauna? Four times a week for 20 minutes can decrease your chance of a heart attack by 50%.
Okay,
And
now that's
all this
impressive.
new technologies coming out about saunas that it's just really, really good for you.
I do a lot of light therapy. I use the far and the near. Even when I do the fascia work, I use a lot of tools in the body work. On the sports therapy that I do, and I incorporate a lot of lighting, heating the tissue. And with those infrared systems, the body absorbs the heat before you sweat. Versus if you go to the gym and you get into a sauna, you're kind of sweating that superficial sweat. If you like ate chips the day before, drank beer or something, but with the infrared sauna, you're going to get in and clients will say, like, well, I didn't sweat immediately. And that's because the body absorbs the heat, and then you're literally heating, you're thermal, you're heating from the inside out. I took a thermometer in because I wanted to take my own body temperature when I was in it. And I got up to 113 degrees on my body, my core.
And what are we not? That seems like extreme to me, Carrie.
Isn't it? Yeah, but I'm around water and I'm fine. I'll have, it's controlled and I know what I'm doing.
Are you saying this is different than us walking outside right now? In this
No.
Because that feels like an oven.
Yeah.
Today's beautiful though.
Humidity. There's a difference in humidity too, I guess, right? On that. Well, guys, we've got to take a break real quick. Let's take a break. Let's touch on our topic for the month when we come back, and then we'll wrap these things up and hear from everybody before we go.
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible.
JP Direct Health offers affordable health insurance solutions for individuals, families, and small businesses specializing in custom coverages to fit your needs and budget. JP Direct Health offers comprehensive benefits, including PPO health plans, accident and critical illness coverage, dental and vision, health matching accounts, along with telehealth at no cost per call. Call JP Direct Health today to learn more about how we can help you protect your health and your budget.
Do you want your home or office to sparkle? Then call Elite Diamond Cleaning today. From basic cleaning to deep cleaning, and using only the highest quality cleaning products and equipment, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Our team of experienced cleaners will work quickly and efficiently to clean every nook and cranny, taking care of all the details so you don't have to. With a variety of pricing options to fit any budget, you can be sure that you are getting the best possible price. Call Elite Diamond Cleaning today at 214-300-9876 to schedule a free estimate. Your home and office is a diamond. Let us get it out of the dust.
Are you looking for new or more reliable and affordable home services? Look no further than Utility Connect. At Utility Connect, we understand that every customer is different. Thanks to our partnership with The Difference, our free concierge service seamlessly shops all of your utilities and services for your home or business with one easy phone call. So what are you waiting for? Call Utility Connect today and experience the difference. For more information, give us a call at 469-414-2033 or visit us at www.utilityconnect.net/thedifference to learn more.
Are you a business owner looking to grow your company? Get fast, easy financing up to $5 million with no minimum FICO score required. Apply in 60 seconds and get funded in 24 hours. Call Jim Thomas at 214-629-7223 to talk to a financing professional today. Your business's future is waiting. So don't delay. Call now and tell him that you saw him on The Difference.
And now back to the show.
All right, we're back. Okay, well, we do have a topic always to talk about at each show. And this month's topic is about best practices for networking and building your professional relationships in your local settings like Denton, Texas. So because of the time today, I really want our guests to be able to just kind of give a little shout out to their business and how people can contact them. We do have their information scrolling at the bottom from time to time, but I want to get y'all's opinion before I probably give you a few points to this topic today. What's your opinion as a business person about networking? How do you rate that? Do you, from 0 to 10, 10 being most important to 0 not important, where do you fall in that? And co-host too, I'd love to hear that. But Carrie, I'll go with you first.
For me, it's everything. It's vital. Building relationships is key to sustaining a business. Again, I've been practicing in this town in Denton for 30 years. And it wasn't until 2 years ago. I know, did you hear that? It wasn't until 2 years ago that I moved my practice from a small room to 1,500 square feet. And September 1, I'm starting the conversation on the next location, and we're doubling our size. I'm starting a yoga studio here in South Denton. And and the team is also growing. So this is very exciting too. But
this is exciting.
Back to the networking thing, it almost makes me emotional. Without the community relationships, I would not be where I am today as a massage therapist and as a business owner. And in 2 years, on my 1 year anniversary, go what now?
What have you practiced at networking?
Chamber of Commerce. Networking, Chamber of Commerce, being involved with my clients and their businesses and however I can be involved with their businesses, donating. I get, almost weekly, somebody messages and says, will you donate a service for this? And, and absolutely I will. I'm very big on community. People are my passion, and starting a conversation of wellness to me is my goal. I'm not looking, to sell the products and to do all that stuff. It all works together as a whole. But for me, it is building relationships in the community. It's vital.
Right. Jake, I think you kind of, it seems like to me, this sounds familiar. Like we probably started off a conversation similar to that. Like, how are you taking care of yourself?
Yeah. So I think from the networking perspective, I think the biggest thing that I've seen help me is, especially at networking events, to try to make it, kind of fun and casual, like to kind of break the ice with it. Cause I feel like in a professional setting, a lot of people do have they have their work guard up, I don't know how else to say that, in the sense that, there's a professionalism aspect to it, but we're all there doing the same thing. Right. And so I think by making it a little bit more casual and like making a joke and kind of breaking the ice a little bit and letting everyone know that like, hey, we can just chat like people, it really helps people drop their guards and then ultimately get around to maybe whatever it is that you guys want to talk about. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're interested in training or coaching or nutrition, but it may just mean that they'd like to share something with you and you can maybe help them or talk to them. And then that in itself is a good networking opportunity too, to show that you know what you're talking about, or you at least are caring enough to listen.
I would imagine that people love to tell you their problems. And Carrie too.
Pretty much exclusively, yes.
Right. Sooner or later, it comes out, doesn't it?
Yep. Yeah, pretty much exclusively. And honestly, I love it. And I love it because a lot of times it's more about like how they're viewing the situation than it is the situation itself. It's not always true. Like there's obviously some really crappy stuff that happens to people, but a lot of times too, it's an opportunity to succeed more so than a problem that they're having to overcome. And so I try to look at that too, where like August is usually a pretty bad month for fitness, where like people going back to school, and it's around that 6-month time frame where people from January to February start canceling because like the New Year's resolution just isn't turning out the way they want. And you can look at that as like, man, that's a terrible thing. Like I'm losing money or whatever. Or you can look at it as, man, I get the opportunity to try to get through the struggle so that I know what to do year after year in August or July when that kind of rolls back around.
Right. Yeah. No, it gives you, obviously you have the opportunity for prospecting, and building some new relationships with people, cause look, like in yours and Carrie's situation, you can hire more people to help you, but you are you, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people are attracted to you, right? And the hope that your team is attractful also. But when you're doing your business, you can't be in another place at the same time.
Yeah.
Right. But this is where video marketing comes in handy, and network marketing on video like we're doing today is you can get your message out to people. You can record that time and that topic of your business that you're talking about, and people can watch it over and over again. So if it finally gets across and somebody gets to see it, then they get to know who you are and what you're about. And that's, what our message should be is who we are, what we're about, how to contact me. So bringing that up, Jake Mays, tell us, how do we contact you? What are we using your services for?
Yeah, so you can contact me through my phone number that's kind of going down here below. My email is just jakescoaching@gmail.com, or my website has a contact form, which is just www.jakescoaching.com. So pretty easy to remember. It's just my name and coaching. But for my services are for the busy professionals who need to get started. So I want to point people in the right direction eventually on how to do this themselves. So if you need to lose weight, lose body fat, and ultimately change your life for the better and change your health for the better, if you want to live longer and live a higher quality life, and you need help getting started, or you're in that intermediate stage where you got started but you don't really know where you're headed, reach out to me and I'd love to help point you in the right direction.
Yeah. Plus nutrition, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
Huge.
Yeah. You really helped me out on that too, is knowing what I need to meal prep to and stay on top of, and what I need to have more of and what I don't, too.
Yeah, absolutely. And
makes a difference.
Meal prepping's great. And we got plenty of options: intuitive eating, macro counting, calorie counting, and meal prepping options as well.
Yeah. And let me tell you this, Jake will hold you accountable too. Yes, he will. He'll be on the phone and texting, right?
Yeah, what do they say? What gets measured gets done.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got someone helping you measure what you're doing.
Right.
You'll get it done.
Yeah. Okay, Carrie.
Yes.
Let's hear from you.
What you need to hear.
So how do we contact you? When's the best times? And what can you do for us?
So the website is sozowellnesscenter.com. The whole team is on the website. You can check out every one of the providers, all the ladies here. And it also allows you to book with them through the website. We are located on Teasley, right off of Lillian Miller, Teasley kind of corridor area. What else? I'm here Monday through Saturday.
Yep. So how's the best way for us to schedule an appointment?
So call in the number, the 940-453-3375, the one that you see scrolling on the bottom. Texting that number is also a great way. I'm quicker at the texting than I am getting back to you, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you are. You're very responsive. Thank you for doing that too. I appreciate you being responsive. And if you don't get a response right away, she's probably in session, on that too. Okay. Yeah. One of the things that Lyndon had mentioned was their very first show that aired 4 years ago had 1,500 live viewers. And after 4 years, has been over 30,000 viewers of that show. So branding and networking works, right? We just got to know the right way to do that too. And we'll have some guests on in the future that are going to help us with our branding and networking process.
I would say also, it's like getting on the video is so important, just like it is to start working out. I feel like today's topics were kind of interrelated with just get going at it, because
get going at it. You know what?
Do a little bit.
Chance it is, but you don't have to do it on your own, guys, right? Yeah. Reach out to a professional and ask for help, right? That's what we're all here for.
It takes a village.
It does, is to look, we're only a few steps in front of somebody else most of the time, right? And if we've already learned something, let's go show somebody else how to do it, right? And help them in whatever way that is.
Too.
Right. And be intentional, purposely.
Like don't go with the same group of people at the networking event every single time. Like try to reach out to other people that are going to help grow you. And I would think same way with exercise. You don't do the same machine every time.
We talk about being ambassadors. Be an ambassador of your business and help somebody else who needs it, right? On that. Well, listen, we've run out of, can you believe an hour is already spent? Our next shows, we're going to a little bit longer for 75 minutes. So thank you, Lyndon, for extending that. I want to thank all my co-hosts, Beth and Chance. Buddy, we're glad to have you on with us. It's going to be exciting rest of the year. Jake Mays, I appreciate you so much. Carrie, Zala, you're the best. And I look forward to referring business to you guys all around. And next time you're up in my way, come by the office and I'll share a hot chocolate chip cookie with you and a coffee.
He's got chocolate chip cookies for everybody.
Yeah. And thank you, Lyndon Wilson, for taking care of his brother. It's always a good show. Thank you all for being on.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Share this.